And we're live. Welcome back to another episode of the Bearded Truth Live, Friday Night Truth. We got Scott from Burton's Beard Reviews and Mike, president and co-founder of Detroit Grooming. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great, man. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, good to be here.
See who we got in the chat here. We got Vato coming in first, as always. Walt's here. Tyler from
Walter Rascal. That guy, let me tell you, he's trouble. That guy, he's trouble.
Got Beanie.
He probably knows.
Oh yeah,
he knows. He has to know. He can't deny it. He knows he's in trouble.
Oh, what's up, Magic City Mike? Another Mike in the house.
Oh no,
the best kind of name, honestly.
Yeah. See, he took my nickname. I was gonna give you, Mike. I was gonna be like Magic Mike, and then I'm like, wait, no, I can't do that because there's already.
Yep.
So do you have a nickname, Mike? Like, do you have a nickname? Like,
I may have Channing Tatum's abs, but I don't have his money or anything else. I'm kidding. I don't. Do I have a nickname? Mike is my nickname, I suppose.
Yeah.
So in hockey, you have to add a Y to the end of your last name, right? So it'd be Haddad. So yeah, I guess technically, or Haddad. No, that wouldn't make any sense. No, you just do Haddad.
Yeah, Haddad. That's the short. That's the short nickname there.
It's all good. Mike is taken.
Liz, welcome.
Liz.
Hey, Liz.
Legend.
She said she would set her alarm. Liz notoriously sleeps early. I don't know if she sleeps at 7 o'clock, but no, she set her alarm or an appointment to make sure she hopped in here for support. So thank you, Liz.
Nice.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, nice.
That's awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for not going to bed too early to come and join us for a bit here. Man, I wish I could go to sleep early. Holy smokes.
No, I
wish.
It's a miracle if I'm in bed before midnight.
No.
I may have convinced her to watch the Snyder Cut Justice League.
Oh,
they have I don't think she was even interested remotely, but I was talking so much about it at work today that I just yeah. I'm very passionate. So if I start talking about something, people are like, well, maybe I should check that out.
Yep.
I'm convinced, like jumping into a wood chipper. I get really passionate about it, and they're like, you know what? You only live once. Straight in.
My wife and I have been watching way too much Criminal Minds lately. It's on Disney. That's dangerous and there's so much that you can choose from. But like, just when you said wood chipper, I'm like, oh, it sounds like a Criminal Minds episode. Just like just throwing people in the wood chipper.
Or like Dexter.
He's
remember
the
that
chipper. What's that?
Dexter. Remember that show?
Dexter.
Or something too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's an intense show.
My parents watched that for a bit, but I never did. I barely ever watched TV. Like,
I'm sorry, Jordan.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, no, I barely ever watch TV. Like, I'm either in school or working on content. Like, although I am going to watch the Snyder Cut of Justice League probably Saturday tomorrow. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's mission.
It's whenever you watch it is the perfect time to watch it because it's
100%.
It was very
nice. So I hear it's 4 hours long. I think it is something like that.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Is there another Justice League coming out? I thought I saw something on social media or something. It was saying that there was going to be another Justice League.
I hope so. I didn't see it, but the way that it ended is like, way open door for another one. So
yeah. I think I saw something as well. Like they were saying, because this one was like so much more well received, like it's a possibility. So
I'd be excited about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, people seem to be pretty stoked about it. Yeah, in case I think everybody in here right now knows who you are, Mike, but in case there's somebody watching this after the fact that doesn't know who you are, why don't you give yourself a quick little introduction?
Sure. My name is Michael Haddad. I'm president and co-founder of Detroit Grooming Company. I co-founded the company back in late 2013. We opened our digital doors in the middle of 2014, and we looked, very different than we look right now. So that's like our former version of ourselves, and we've grown and grown and grown thanks to all the support that we've received. And we work hard at being innovators in our space, and work hard to maintain great customer service and that kind of thing. So for me, just an all-encompassing thing. That's what I do. and I'm glad I do it. I enjoy it every single day. So it's definitely the happiest time of my life when it comes to you know, working and that kind of thing. I've never experienced something like this amazing. And every day with its challenges and everything else, you just keep moving forward, and it builds resilience, and you start noticing little things about yourself. And it's not backpatting or anything like that, but if you look behind you and see where you came from and what you struggled through and all of that, you realize, like, dang, I didn't even know I had that in me, and that could have been yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit about who I am. I also like getting far too deep in subjects like entrepreneurship and beard products. And
we'll touch on all that. Yeah, I think I started prepping questions for this conversation probably last weekend, if not slightly before that. I just sat for like a while and just did a whole bunch of research, came up with some questions, and when you're not working, what are some of your favorite things to do?
Oh man, favorite things to do would be I'm a big kid. I love playing video games.
Nice.
I love playing outside. I have a 6-year-old and Joseph, and I love that kid to pieces. And any chance I get, go run around outside or play video games with them. Reading as well. We like to read stories, like big epic stories. Just having fun. But like very like not like crazy going to parties and doing it up, you know, Dave Portnoy style. Just regular
Dave
old
Portnoy.
I'm just a guy, man. That's it. I probably like the same stuff most people do, but just pretty basic, nothing crazy. Thankfully.
Is your theme 100%. Song? Is your theme song for your life "I'm Just a Guy" by Brad Paisley? Are you impressed that I know that? Because I don't like country, guys. I used to. I had a past, and I let that go real quick.
Okay.
I'm still in the zone.
But as soon as you said "I'm just a guy," I'm like, oh, Brad Paisley song keeps coming back into my head. It's awful. It's awful.
I'm sorry to do that to you on the sly.
Okay.
I have no idea who Brad Paisley is. So between you and I, no, I've never.
Come on, really? Come
no
on.
idea.
Really?
You'd be surprised at all the stuff I don't know. It would shock. Yeah.
This is gonna shock me. There goes like half my questions. I had 20 questions lined up about country music, Mike, and I gotta come up with something different.
I'm literally not the guy you want on your team for like Trivial Pursuit or anything. I will fail you.
Yeah, same here, 100%.
I'm like Jake. I'm like Jake Peralta when it comes to trivia. I don't know. I can't do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. When did you first start growing a beard?
High school, I think. I was a joke
for you.
No. When I was in high school, I had like the vote for Pedro mustache. Remember that?
Yes.
It would only grow in like on the sides, and I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm keeping. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how many lockers I get shoved in. It's a nice, quiet place to sit, so I don't care. But after a while, probably around college age, I like had the little soul patch thing going on, and then I always had some kind of facial hair. But like full beard, I was a little concerned about actually growing it in because my mustache even though I had the vote for Pedro, it did not connect to my actual beard until I was probably in my early to mid 30s. And once it did, it was gangbusters. I was like, that's it. I'm rocking a beard forever. Yep. And then, of course, developed issues after a while. And I was like, who the heck freaking wears beards all the time? Yep. This is hard to do. So, yeah, I've had some sort of facial hair for quite some time.
Cool.
I'm so jealous.
Do you remember when you first started using like beard products and what you started with?
Yeah, initially started with whatever was available.
Yep.
And it wasn't a whole heck of a lot. I mean, 2013 doesn't sound like a long time ago, but in terms of like the beard game, that is like literally like the beginning of everything. so I did a little bit of digging around. There was no Dancy, there was no Scuba, there wasn't anybody to give you beard advice. You're just Googling and trial and error and all that stuff. So I think that journey, that initial journey, is what drew me in the most. Was
Cool.
Here I am. I have this thing growing on my face. How best to take care of it? I didn't want flaking and itching and all the crap that comes with not taking care of it.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the advice that was out there at the time was like straight up coconut oil, which is not great to do. It's an astringent. It's like a dry oil, so it's grippy, and it's good for you in doses in particular levels. But just going straight coconut oil or straight shea butter or straight jojoba, and all of those oils I was buying from the Better Health store and these health food markets, they would do part of the job, or just up to this certain point, or like jojoba. Jojoba has a rapid evaporation rate. It sounds crazy to have an oil that actually evaporates, but so one of those things that were I was trying to veer away from dry oils that didn't last long, only lasted 3 hours, so you'd get a little bit of relief. It's almost like taking a Tylenol or something. You got to do it every 6 hours. So there wasn't really much. Beard Brand was out. That was really the only resource that the beardsmen had, which is why they're so huge, because literally everything funneled their way. There was nothing. And Eric's done an amazing job with the company, building it from where he was as well. But at the time, there wasn't a whole lot of resources, man. There just wasn't a whole lot out there. Lots of Etsy stuff. Okay. Lots of small batch, like really, really small batch, $40 an ounce type stuff. And that's all.
You said $40 an ounce? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. There was some stuff called Blackbird.
Let me just check my mic. Let me just check my mic really quickly. Hold on a second.
Yeah, there was some oil called Blackbird XX or something. Okay. It was very expensive, $45 an ounce. And the reason why I know this is when we
it just sounds like snake juice. It just sounds awful.
It was probably very good, but at the time I also, I was working as a bench jeweler. I was making some good money, but it wasn't I would blow $45 on 1 ounce of fluid. It just didn't seem like it made any sense. But I did buy some Beard Brand stuff. I bought single oils and that kind of thing as well. Just to get started with something, because there was nothing. So
it's crazy to hear you talk about that, and then compare it to how the beard industry is now. It's literally there's I see a new company pop up every day or every couple of days, and then so many people reviewing products. It's wild.
It's crazy the amount of absolute amount of ads I see right now, and then I go back to the original profile and there's 43 followers and one post, and I'm like, this is your start. Let's see if you persevere. Let's see if you last, and if they do, it's all the better for the entire market, because if they have some unique proposition, or they have brought something innovative to bearding, then I want to know about it. I want to look at that. I want to try it out. I want to be excited for somebody else as much as I am for us, because I don't look at that as competition. What does annoy me are these fly-by-nights. They pop open, they make a bunch of sales, and then you never see them again. They don't establish really a brand. They don't care to. That's the stuff that annoys me, because then it just kind of I don't want to say discredits, but it reduces the quality of the beard game. Right now, I say use beard game very widely as a statement, but it reduces the overall quality of what's available on the beard market. And because of where I started, and there was literally nothing to the point where I am now, that's why it annoys me. It's I know as a beardsman or someone who just came into this, who maybe has no frame of reference, I might get an ad for this company, and maybe I reach out and I start buying their stuff, and then they're sometimes they won't even ship your stuff. And then again, they're so small. They're not really accredited. Can you really vouch for their stuff, or they've never been reviewed by anybody? It's all very tricky. But if you last and you grow a brand and you even it doesn't matter how big it is. If you're growing your brand and you love what you do, you're going to translate that to the customer on the other side, and they're going to love your stuff, and they're going to want to like line up on your releases. They're going to want to cheer you on just as much. So I don't view it companies like that as competition, like Beard Brand, Fable, Beard Octane, all these great companies. I look at them as like we're all along on this journey. We're all like, if you think of like the movie Braveheart, you see like the whole army is kind of lined up in one line, and when it's time to do battle, they all move at once. I view us all doing that thing, you know. So so I don't see them like as us fighting. It's more like we're like heading towards customers with some great stuff all together, and we're all different. Everybody's a little bit different, and these brands are great. You know, they help us grow. We help them grow. We learn from each other. We ask each other questions and grow. And so there's a lot of value in that as well, you know?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, especially like in the bearded community. Like it's such a symbiotic relationship between like the companies, which you don't see in a lot of industries, and then also combine that with the reviewers and like all the enthusiasts. Like it's cool to see how everything kind of feeds off each other and like makes the community bigger and better.
Yeah, and I love seeing like also dudes that are like who bided their time. Like Classic Grooming Company is a classic example. D-Hide and X, those guys, I mean, they reviewed all kinds of stuff, and then they were like, you know what, you know, let's put to task. Let's see what we can do, what kind of magic we can make, and that's just as exciting to me as well. And you have companies who don't want anything to do with being you know, pushed nationally, let alone internationally. They just like their small batch, and that's cool too. That's also 100%. An amazing thing. You're as long as your end result is not like, I'm doing this because I want to get big, huge bags of money and dive into it like Scrooge McDuck. You don't want that kind of a company. I think what you want is someone who cares about that product and uses it all the time, and this isn't just something for them. So again, fly by night, just make some pocket cash and disappear. So that's a complex answer to a very simple question. So.
No, 100%. It's cool to see like the passion with like all the different company owners like interacting in the community and like being in content, and like you can see when somebody truly cares about their brand. And it's cool to see.
It's true.
What made you want to start your own company?
I think it's because, you know, again, even the great beard brand as well. Like it didn't feel as complete to me as what I needed. And I again, no anything bad towards anybody I tried back at that time. I didn't know. You know, so for me, and my beard is very coarse, you know, because of the grays. Yes, I have grays in my beard. I wish you guys did this in black and white, and then it would really
pick mine out. You want to know the truth, Mike? I pick mine out. I do that.
You do that?
I only have like 4. I have like 4, man. Like
I think I have 1 in my mustache, and it's like
weird because it's like all like in one spot. So it just looks. I just don't want that. I'm gonna. But it'll happen. I'll get the salt and pepper. It's all right. I'm embracing it. I got it.
3 words for you, Scott.
Oh no!
So it begins.
So it begins. So it begins.
I love the variety, the colors, all that stuff. But really, it was more or less like, okay, I got a coarser than what I would consider normal, because one of my best friends, Chris, is a very soft beard. That thing never feels coarse, right? So I'm like, this guy probably like the bare minimum is required for him to take care of his facial hair, and here I am cursed with the Brillo pad. So it was more or less like wanting to create something that worked for me. And then bringing my friend Sean in on the whole idea and asking him, you know, is this something you want to do with me? And he was so pumped about it. But he's like, you know, we had mixed up a bunch of stuff just for ourselves. And we created a base, which we still use to this day. I still have the original formula book we used when we came up with the formula, but no one oil would take care of anything in terms of like ingredients. Like I was saying about the jojoba and the coconut and even the shea butter alone, you needed an army of ingredients to really tackle that. So when I was looking at, you know, my hair, which is, you know, has an ethnic twist to it. I thought maybe, you know, if I fine tune this thing for mine, it's going to be so stinking universal. And a lot of people who are having the same issues that I have are going to, you know, this will solve their problem. So yeah, that's where it got started, man. It was literally filling a need. And again, no harm, no foul to any companies that I tried back at that point in time. It's just I didn't really know. And that kind of that curiosity led me where I am right now, sitting here in this chair, telling Scott that more gray hairs are coming.
Hey, I'll take that as advice, and I'm embracing it. Question though, Mike, for you then is like just thinking about where you guys started from, and how you guys started, and everything else. Would you say that Detroit Grooming has like just stayed consistent and stayed the same since you first started, or has it been a lot of well, I think you said there was a phrase you said, I think it was in one of your videos, where it was a lot of mistakes and a lot of back and forth. Like, so what would you say about that? Like, you said you started off at the same base, but has Detroit changed a lot since it first started, or?
Well, that's a complex question, because it's like layers to it. Some things never changed. The core values, you know, compassion, passion, innovation, all that stuff that we like build every product with, and keeping in mind that we are customers as well. And I'm making these goods for me. You know what I'm saying? All over anywhere in the world, I'm making these goods for a guy just like myself who's lost or you know, is suffering with some sort of issues with their beard, or just want it to look good or smell good. So that stuff hasn't changed from out of the gate. Me, myself as a person, I'm a completely different person. Again, all the innocence and the not knowing about business and lacking the acumen, as they say, all that has slowly changed over this period of time. And it's the journey you would imagine, the ups, the downs, the climbing to the highest peak, or what you thought was the highest peak. And, you know, putting your arms up like you've achieved something victorious, only to realize the clouds parting and there's still a path, and it's still going, you know, off into the distance. And then coming to a realization a few years in that, you know, the magic is in the journey itself, not the destination, because there is no destination. The destination is the journey itself. So you're going on this journey, like Lord of the Rings style. You know, you got Frodo and Sam. That's how I always looked at myself and my buddy Sean. It was like Frodo and Sam, and we're on this crazy journey to like go throw this ring into Mount Doom or something. But it was more than that. Mount Doom is not enough. That's just yet again just a stop along the way. So when I came to this realization, it disassembled these preconceived notions that I had about where I wanted to go. And then it became like, not only do I not really know where I want to go, I know what I want it to be as it's being built. But like trying to conceptualize, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself wherever I am in 5 years. Like I just want to take the walk. I don't necessarily need to look at this thing like, in 3 years, I'm going to have a Tesla, because I really want a Tesla, by the way.
Nice.
But I mean, I know people set goals and they do all these kinds of, you know, powerful, motivating things for them. And I just like to step back and just take it all in and be like, you know, because look, if the destination for you is, you know, making $1 million or something, and you get there, you're going to be unsatisfied, and you're going to want to just like make $2 million. Absolutely. And this is like this poisonous, insatiable need for more. And I didn't want to fall prey to that poisonous, insatiable need. So instead, I'm like, whatever happens, even if a plane falls on my head, I'll be like, good. That was fun, you know. Try to stay positive about it. But you run into negative situations, you adapt, you change, so that next time it just glints right off you. It's not something that you sit with and it cooks on the inside and makes you all toxic too. So that's really it. The journey, learning that the journey is actually the destination, that you're always at your destination. So you should always be, you should always have a feeling of gratitude and happiness and thankfulness wherever you are. And it's freaking hard. I'm not going to sit here and claim that I got it all figured out, but I'm figuring it out as time goes on, and there is no like final figuring it out. It's just always ever evolving. So that is a real complex question, and definitely layers in there.
Yeah.
I have changed as a person. The company has changed as a company, but the reason why they call those core values is they never change.
Yeah.
Those never change.
I think that's a good thing too, right? When you think about like, there's an actual term for what you were talking about chasing, like the happiness, and you're chasing all these different things. And it's basically, it's like a treadmill, right? There's an actual psychological term for it, and I just for some reason can't remember it. But basically, it's just like you're constantly chasing after stuff, and you'll just never be satisfied, right? And it's just feeding that inner hunger. It's interesting that you said all that, because it's like immediately this kind of shows like, hey, like I'm like as a company, like we're not trying to say like we're the best, because like everyone says that, right? Even the guys who start off, you know, they got like 100 followers on, you know, on Instagram or something. Like, we're the best company out there, and you're like, are you though? Because like you just started, but it's this idea of just like you want to stay. You have a goal, which is cool that you guys have like kind of like a mission statement as a company that you're like, hey, we want to do this, and this is what we want to stay focused to. And it actually kind of just keeps you guys more humble as a company as you guys grow or whatever. Because as you said, like there is no destination, right, for us. It's just we just want to keep going, having fun, and keep learning in the process. So that's cool. That's really cool.
At which point are we ever, Scott? At which point are we ever doing this ever again, ever into infinity and beyond? We're never going to do this again. So let's do it now. Let's do something right now. And that could be doing entrepreneurship, and it could be going to a 9-to-5. It doesn't have to be some freaking crazy cockamamie scheme or like a quick, you know, look, I developed this was my idea, this little coil. You know, it doesn't have to be something like that. It can just be you taking care of your family, you taking care of, you know, the people around you, being concerned for your friends, things like that. We're all on this crazy ball hurling through space together. We should be grateful and thankful and express that, and express care and concern for each other, but not focus on those little rewards. You see, because when we've decided that neither the risk of getting a reward or the risk of failure matters anymore, then it's just the journey itself. Then you can just enjoy it. I get annoyed about plenty of stuff, and I get bothered about plenty of stuff. But the thing that I try to do is nudge myself back on a track where I'm like, okay, refocus. That's not actually the problem. The best way I could put it is Pirates of the Caribbean. Sparrow.
Great series.
Which one? No, which one?
I think it's the first one. He says, he says the problem isn't the problem. It's your problem with the problem that's the problem. And I was like, Mr. Philosopher, alcoholic pirate guy, he's absolutely correct.
Yep.
It's 100%. Your problem with the problem that's the problem. The problem is just it just is. It's just it's gonna be there no matter what. So yeah, it's like a lot of nudging yourself back on track, a lot of staying focused. Hey son, thank you for washing your hands. You're the man. Thank you. He just finished dinner. So
you're grounded. You're grounded right now.
You know what? Don't intend for you. But no, and I try to express this stuff to my son too. He's 6, and I want him to grow up with the idea that first, you can do anything that you want to within reason. Obviously, you can't just jump off a building and expect to fly. We're not Superman. There's his, he understands that. But
why would you try to fly by jumping off a skyscraper? You would totally just die.
Yeah, you'd be squashed. So
you'd definitely be putty. You'd be putty.
Whenever you fall onto the ground, you would be dead.
See, he totally understands life and death.
There you go.
But expressing these ideas to him so that as he grows up, he can carry those on with him, and he can,
But if there was a swimming pool there, you would not die.
I don't know if that's true or not. Somebody in the comments try it out.
I'm not an expert on that, but I'm pretty sure it won't go. It won't go.
Depends on the height of the building.
I think we should really stop learning physics from Looney Tunes. I'm just saying. I'm saying getting shot out of a cannon, not a wise idea. Just saying. Yeah, it's not a wise idea.
If you're completely smushed, you're not getting up from that.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Pull yourself up. So, that was weird.
Yeah. Brush yourself off.
You brush yourself off.
It's a pretty powerful thing, and we get to experience it, and that's where the gratitude comes in. And not to get trapped in just focusing on the negative stuff. And I know I get buried in it too, man. I just have experience after experience that lead me. I could be the most jaded guy there ever existed, and I just choose not to make a decision. And that's the other odd thing. It's not up to you to make that choice. It just happens, and you're supposed to experience it and let it go, so you can move on and keep your focus on what you're doing, on your task at hand. So,
yeah, 100%. What made you select Detroit Grooming's 5 core values, like, as your main core values when you started?
It's something like sitting down and really thinking about what is like foundational and what is concrete or boilerplate. And once you decide one, the rest start showing up. It just pop up. The difference between two words that sound similar and mean two different things, like compassion and passion, they're very different. They sound the same, and it's weird to say it in a row with the other word. But like that compassion is not just for like, this is how we treat our customers. It's also for how we treat each other in the lab, and that dedication as well. All of these are like key and fundamental. None of those core values will deteriorate over time. Those core values are what they call boilerplate. They just exist and are ineffable. You can't argue against them. They don't fall apart. They don't rust and break away. They are just in your bones, and you have to believe that. Now, and with our team members as well, before we bring somebody onto the team, they have to like kind of fit those buckets. Parts of them have to fit in those buckets. So when you're talking about compassion, is this person capable of compassion? Are they empathic? Like, do they have some empathy? Do they have some like part of them? So you discover this as time goes on. So
cool. What are some difficulties that arose in the early days of Detroit Grooming, and how did you kind of get past that?
Well, I mean, some of it was just
an awkward beard stage. That's what that was. That's what it was.
Oh my gosh, dude! I have videos on YouTube, and you can enjoy. I'll go all the way back to the beginning, and good luck.
Oh my goodness!
But yes, that happened as well. Like right now, my beard is in the awkward beard stage. It's like not.
How is it in? Mike, Kate, stop. Like, stop this, okay? Like, you shaved your beard and you had this, like, incredible mustache. Bro, I grew up my beard from my kid, and he's 10 months now. Look at it. It's still the same. Yours is, like, 10 weeks, and you've been, like, there. It's like, man, come on. I wish... Now I feel self-conscious. Now I just gotta keep doing this. And
well, no, yeah, and you see me, I keep straightening it out because it's not quite like it's like between being perfectly shorter or perfectly long, in between.
I just want the mustache. That's all I want. Just
give it time.
I can't.
Give it time.
I know. I'm just putting some miracle growth on it. Just getting going. Like,
all you got to do is just, like I said, I didn't have all this stuff available to me. And now that I do, and obviously because of, having the company, I'm like, oh, I need beard butter. I just grab it.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I don't work at a beer company. Oh, I've been so in trouble.
Yeah, the profit and loss statement is very interesting when it comes to like personal views. But I faced there are a lot of uphill challenges. Developing products or being relevant. All of a sudden, like I said, I mean, there was another Detroit brand at the time, and we had started selling goods online. We actually started out at one of the local craft shows, and just made a bunch of stuff and sold out of it like the first day, and we had 4 days. This craft show. So the first day they were gone. So what grows you up more than being thrown in the fire where you have nothing to sell and you got people walking into your booth and all you got is samples, and people wanted to buy the samples, we can sell them to them because we were educating at that point. It was like, come into the booth and we'll educate you on not just like our goods, but how best to take care of your skin and hair. So
nice.
Very powerful moments that put us like on the track of like, wow, this is like, so many people have so many questions, and their questions range the spectrum. Like, and there's some stuff that concerns that we shared with them as well. So also going to a show in Ohio and having a dolly that had like 3 trays of oil on it tip over because he hit a crack in the sidewalk.
Oh no!
And it tipped over and broke 80% of the goods in that. So that was again a 3-day show, and we had 1 tray of oil.
Oh my goodness!
I'm telling you, man.
Fired.
Yeah, right. Except you can't fire yourself. You're like, oh well.
Yeah. I guess I'll show myself out.
Yeah, right. And then everything up to and including partnership that didn't pan out, not with my co-founder, but with another guy. Partnership that didn't pan out. Ended up almost losing the company. As it's crazy because as watching these shows and movies, and you're like, wow, man, I actually like fought like a real life villain, and it was kind of crazy. And in this local company, this guy, I wanted to collaborate with them, and he was very mad that there was a brand he hadn't heard of that was also a Detroit brand. Yeah, he literally told me I was taking food out of his mouth, and I was like, dude, you're huge. At the time, I think on Instagram he had like 2,000 followers. We had 6. Oh, and I was like, dude, you're huge. There's no way I'm taking anything off your plate. There are 3 billions. I don't know how many people on Earth, but there's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah. And how many of them have beards? And how many? Like, am I really taking food off your plate, or are you thinking like this big? Because if you're thinking this big, then probably I am. But it wasn't. Again, I wasn't very big at the time. And then he went and filed with the state of Michigan as if he was Detroit Grooming Company and attempted to steal our name. From under, and then went through somebody trying to steal our logo, went through somebody trying to steal our barber cross. It seemed like I was like, you'd get running and you'd hit a wall, and then you'd get running again, you'd hit a wall, and it seemed like man, every 6 months something is happening. Even now, I don't have that much crazy like in that style, which is odd because we're your particular size, you expect a lot more. Stuff like that. But now you just deal with different villains. So it might not necessarily be someone else. It could be you. So you got to keep your eyes constantly open, make sure that you are following those core values, and that not only that you understand them, but you believe them to your core, and that your team does too. Once the team believes in the vision, it's all very, it seems strange to say this, but it's all very simple. You realize how simple the mission is. And once you do and you believe in it, it's like second nature to you. It's like breathing or petting a cat. It just, you just do it. It's just part of it. Yeah. So lots of challenges to start with. And some I didn't even name because hard.
Yeah. Hard. Yeah. That's like leadership training 101 right there, right? Is you just kind of have to have, as a leader, you have to have a good solid team around you. It obviously isn't just like they're not around you, right? They're around the focus, the mission of what you guys want to accomplish. But yeah, then you just have to have that mission set out. Like, actually, speaking of like all that kind of stuff, because I was looking back on, I don't have any questions prepared. I'm literally just doing this off the top of my head. So Jordan's way more prepared than I am. Yeah, what was it like? I'm probably stealing this question from Jordan, so apologies. What was it like speaking at Google? Like, that's got to be kind of
I already have that question written down.
Yeah, like, I'm good. Look at that. Like, I go online and I have 100, icebreaker questions. Those are my questions. It's just like, if you could only have one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? There you go. There's another question. Let's start with that. Let's start with the Google one. Let's go with the Google one.
Yeah. Google
was really cool, man. Getting invited out to talk about like leadership and entrepreneurship. And, these folks sat in this room. And really my assumption was I was going to walk into like a much bigger space with less people. Instead, it was like right in between what I thought and like a conference room. It was right in between. It's like a middle-sized giant, to me, giant. Wow. And it was packed. And not only was it packed, they had cameras like everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Because the employees, which was over 2,000 employees, this was live streaming to their desk. So even if they weren't in the conference room, I was speaking in front of 2,000 plus people. And it was crazy, man. It was a very interesting experience. And I thought, man, this is what I was telling you about, like reaching this peak of the mountain. I look back at that and I'm like, You know, it was such a cool
like, oh man, I should never eaten that hot dog before I went in front of all these people. I feel sick. I feel sick.
The hot dog doesn't get you. It's the beans, Scott. It's the beans.
I know. Oh yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's this really cool feeling that you end up having. But standing up talking about something you know everything about, it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to do. So your nerves are gone. The Q&A, that was the most amazing part. I just blab on and I had the screen behind me and I'm showing slides.
Yeah.
When you're asking me questions, that was pretty incredible. It was great to shed some of those things. Like you guys are asking me certain questions. I got all this stuff stuck in my head. I'd love to just let it out, sometimes to my detriment. So
yeah,
that's awesome, man. That'd be pretty cool, actually. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I feel like you made it.
When I was doing research, I saw it and I was like, no way. I think I messaged Scott about it. I was like, Detroit Mike spoke at Google. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Was that at the actual was that like at Google headquarters, or was that like just at like that was at the Google headquarters?
It was at Google HQ in Michigan. So when they have different states, if they have Google presence, they usually only have like a single spot. That was Ann Arbor, so up here in Michigan. So
that's so cool, man.
Yeah,
that's a cool experience. That'd be a lot of fun. Oh no, here we go.
Jay Cruz causing trouble.
Jay Cruz, what up, man?
He's on the stream. He's here.
This is the hat Jay Cruz got today. He ordered. We dropped our spring apparel line.
Yeah,
is that it?
This
is that? Oh, Mike,
yeah.
Shut up! Stop doing this to me. Oh,
that puff embroidery looks really good too.
It pops so nicely, man.
Yeah,
looks
dad
great.
Hat.
Nice.
Is that your dad hat?
It's our dad hat.
I love it.
I don't know where the camera is. This thing is so the
I know, man. Honestly, I think it's in the middle, but it's not. It's
not. It's like off to the side.
It's to your left or right or whatever.
I'm gonna show you guys a hat I didn't feature in that video. So you're hearing it here first, and an old here. So
cool.
It's our orange.
Stop, Mike. Put me down for the red one and that camo one. Just do it.
That's amazing.
I'll make a purchase. I'll ask my wife for forgiveness later.
That's the key. Yeah, that's the key here is that you eventually ask for forgiveness. That's
exactly. Yep.
No, man. It's called the budget, and it comes in handy, but then also it's just like you just hate it sometimes, but it's helpful. But it's when you guys do stuff like this to me that I'm just like, come on, guys, you're killing me with this stuff. Killing me.
And just another thing, I haven't shown anybody this yet outside the lab, but these are our brand new soap boxes for our
cherry tobacco. Oh yes, please.
But here's one of the coolest things. When I look at packaging, as we get cool
nice
boxes and pre-printed stuff, I want to do cool stuff. I want to put little hidden messages. So, and I've always been that way. Starting from the original, the original logo, which is on that Sturgis Jordan showed.
Yep.
The leaves going around.
I'm just looking at all my lids. I don't think there's anything underneath there. Is there?
They're a little.
What happens
sometimes
if I find a check mark? What does that mean? Does that just mean I win something? It's like when you. It's like the golden ticket, right? When you Willy Wonka.
You have to
go to the factory. You get the reject. You get the reject.
But when you open the flap on the box, you get this. You get a cool little cherry right here.
Oh, nice!
Kind of neat. And then on the other side, and I'm giving away all the secrets tonight.
All the Easter. You have no way the Easter eggs. Here we go.
Yep.
About to smell so good.
Oh, nice. That's
awesome. Cool little messages on. I love hiding little things like that. I like. You know why? It's because I like finding little things like that.
100%.
I
am the customer as much as our customers are customers. Yeah. I want to find
totally
things like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I always say that, man. Honestly, I think the fun thing about even just being a reviewer and just being able to try different products and that kind of stuff, it's it's always an experience, right? You always want to have a fun experience as the customer, because Yeah, even when I got my stuff from Detroit, like it was, it's just an unraveling process, right? It's so much fun when you actually get to see great labeling, or you get to see fun packages and that kind of stuff, or like these like all these like little details in things. Like it's just nice when you get to have a little bit of that as a customer, right? So, now you just show it off. That's so mean, man. That's
I just
so
want to
mean,
make sure
man.
I'm still, that I'm still relevant in the comments here. I want to make sure everybody knows.
Still relevant.
That's awesome.
Hey, Mike, as a youth pastor, I'm going to tell you, the moment you say, "Am I still relevant?" You're not relevant. No, I'm just joking.
Well, great stream, guys. Great stream.
Yeah, see you guys. See you. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's okay. My youth have called me old before. They're just like, "Scott, you're old," and I'm just like, "How dare you? How dare you?"
You
that's
just
when you know. That's when you know.
You tell them you think I'm old because you don't understand. You're not wise.
Yeah, you don't get me. You don't understand.
You're like, you see
I'm
this
at
one
a whole
gray hair
other level. Yeah.
You see this one gray hair?
Older
That's my
than you.
Yeah.
This is my wisdom. I'm pull it out. Oh,
I'm only 21, and I worked up north at a summer camp for 10 months doing outdoor education, and there was times I'd be like playing music for like games, and kids would come up to me and be like, "This song is old. Can you play something else?" I'm like, "Oh, I've officially like reached the age where people younger than me are calling me old."
When stuff like that happens. Yeah. When stuff like that happens, I just feel like Tom Haverford. Like when he's have you ever seen that? You ever see that episode when he's like they're at the dance and Tom's playing like all like these like what is it? He's playing like Usher and just all like these like just fire like 90s 2000 beats, right? And it's just like you know Kanye, Jay-Z. What's wrong with these people? Like just freaking out. And then what was it like? Ben's playing like all this like classic like Buddy Holly stuff.
This comment from Russ, that best comment of the night. That's amazing.
I have underwear older than Jordan. That Russ, you should probably get rid of those.
Okay, Russ, more or less haired? Go. While Russ types his response to that, we also dropped some new shirts, you guys.
Oh,
Run!
Nice.
I love it. It's so good.
It's the only one I have at the house. It's the one. It's the one choice I made. But we have the pocket tee. We have a long sleeve as well. But I just wanted to throw this stuff out here.
No, Mike, is that all live right now? Is that all live on like the app and the website and everything? Nice.
Yep.
Links down below in the description. Go check it out.
Very cool.
I'll throw the dad hat on for you.
Look at that.
Well,
nice.
I used to have a Gong Show hat. There was a dad hat, and this is when I was in high school, and it was top cheddar. That was the hat. It was called Top Cheese. That was what it was called.
Top Cheese.
Just used to rock that hat. Oh man, it was bad.
All right, he said more
always.
Russ, you're the man. I appreciate you playing along, man.
Look at that transparency. Look at that transparency.
I love it. I love it.
No shame, no shame.
Yeah, Beanie said,
It's
just
awesome.
take my money.
Just take my money.
That's what I'm saying. Also, man, I again, honestly, like, I love it. If I didn't love it, I don't think I could tell anybody anything about. I couldn't sit in front of you guys and be honest. I couldn't be genuine, and that's huge. You got to be genuine, authentic, all that good stuff that you hear all the time. You got to do that. And believe in your stuff. And I wear this. I sport our shirts because I think they're sick.
100%.
As the kids say.
Yeah,
I think they're sick. I love it. You guys want to see a hat that's not getting released? That's only one of one.
Definitely.
Are you ready?
No, I don't know if I'm ready.
Oh,
Mike, stop, dude. Why are you doing this to me, man?
Why? Maybe summer. Maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
What?
Okay.
Hey, just so you know, my birthday's in the summer. My birthday's in the summer. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Just saying. Just throw it out there.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Just tell me only. Joking.
Yeah, Liz is gonna murder me because she nobody at the lab likes me teasing stuff like this. It's like so far away from being.
Yeah, I agree with Liz. Why are you doing this to people?
Okay,
like,
I'm sorry. I'll wear this one, this blackish white hat, blackish white.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that. I like that patch and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and it's a Richardson too. That's this hat too. It's also Richardson.
Oh heck yeah, man!
Super high quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them.
Hats are so much fun. I had a buddy of mine that said to me after I got a haircut, he's just like, Scott, why do you even get a haircut when you wear hats all the time? And it's just like, it's so true. It's so true. I love hats. They're just too much fun.
Mike's nice. Sitting over there.
I like
sitting over there for the rest of the stream, just swapping hats back and forth.
I
black on gray. I could just keep wearing hats all day. I could just keep doing it.
What do you want to see, Joe? Jeez. What do you want to see?
Oof.
I want to tell you guys, but though very, very much so. I don't know if we're timing out here.
No, we got no time limit. It's only 8:30.
Mike's like, I have a time limit.
I might have a slight time limit. Maybe
that's fine, 100%.
But I probably have another 15 minutes or so. Okay. He's like killing people in Minecraft right now. I can hear him around. So,
yeah.
But no, I just want to reiterate that how much I appreciate you guys, giving me an opportunity to sit here and talk to you. And like people, all the folks in the comments, this is so cool. Such a cool way to connect. And having the ability to like choose who you're sitting in front of is a big deal. And I've had less interaction with Jordan, but I thought, we're sitting here, talking about all this stuff and knowing that the gentleman here to my, what is this, left? I don't know what even side I'm on over here.
I think so. You guys are both to the right of me.
Stage left.
Stage left. I'm on the left of you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
But I've had nothing but amazing interactions with Mr. Burton. So I appreciate it. And anybody who he says is his friend is a friend of mine too. So I really appreciate the opportunity, letting me come on here. And there Mike goes giving away all of our secrets. Okay, all right, I'm done, Liz. I'm done. Back to normal.
Liz, honestly, Liz didn't come here to watch the stream. She just came to make sure you don't spill the beans. That's it. She's got this.
More correct. Because it is exactly. She's like, I'll set my alarm. I was like, cool. She's gonna come and show some support. And then as soon as I threw that hat on, I'm like, oh my god.
Yep, she's gonna catch you. She's gonna catch you. Yeah, she's gonna catch you. She's on you, man.
Yeah, she's just keeping tabs.
Yeah. Who runs Detroit Grooming? That is definitely Liz. 100%. 100%.
Yeah. That's got to be so difficult when you're like, as a company owner, when you're like working on something cool, like not saying anything about it until you have like the time to release it and promote it and all that kind of stuff. It's like that's got to be just.
Listen, this hat right now. Sorry, cat. My cat was passed out over here, and it's disturbed that I picked up my hat. But this hat, this is literally the drip, you guys. If you want to, this is what they call
the drip.
Welcome to the drip. Okay?
Yeah, there you go.
To the drip.
We're changing the name of this entire live stream to the drip.
Call it the drip.
All right,
just call it the drip. That's all right. We've got the butter drip. We've got the oil drip. We've got every kind of drip. It's all here. It's all here, locked and loaded. Oh, Michael, that was a nice comment. Honestly, that means so much to me. Just especially it's funny actually. When I remember years ago when I was growing my beard. I think this is honestly, it had to been welcome to the drip live. I love that. That's too good.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's just gonna be. It's just gonna be a good. Yeah, Liz. What do you have to say about that, Liz? No, but I remember though. When I first started growing my beard, and I honestly, I don't know if it was Detroit Grooming that used to sell Transformer shirts with beards. Was that you guys, or is that somebody else? That may have been but I remember seeing that, and I was like, that's the coolest thing. But I remember hearing about Detroit Grooming way back, and I was like, man, it'd be so cool to actually not only use their stuff, but get to know the people behind these companies, right? And that's been honestly my favorite part, I think, of doing reviews is just getting to know and have conversations with owners and stuff, because again, there's 100 of us reviewers out there. I think there's only a few of us in Canada, but there's reviewers everywhere, right? And it's just fun to get to know all of you guys and get to like just hear your stories, hear why you're doing what you're doing. And again, like Mike, like you guys are running a solid operation down in Detroit, and I keep saying it once 100%. The borders open, I'm making my way over for sure. Yo. I'll bring coffees for the whole crew. I don't care. We'll just hang out. But
bring the tea hose.
I'll bring it. But like it's just like, but it's just nice to actually be able, and it's such an honor to hang out with you, man. And like seriously, like you're definitely one of those guys that's like up there for companies that like I've been using Detroit now for. I got it as a Christmas gift, and I was like, this is probably been the best gift I've ever gotten. Like for beard stuff, right? Like there's other great gifts out there, but this was like, I'm like, man. So it's an honor, Mike, to hang out with you and to hear all those nice things you said about myself and Jordan. So thank you, man, so much for that. It means a lot.
Yeah, thank you, man. Again, I wouldn't say it if I wasn't, if I didn't feel, that it was a genuine thing. And you always support. Well, that's the cool thing is you guys. I see you guys all the time. You're messaging, you reply to stories, and you jump into live streams all the time.
Oh yeah,
seeing that makes me
live stream I've ever been a part of. Best live stream I've ever been a part of. I won gold that day.
I can't believe it, man. You're just taking
my wife is in the other room. She's like, "What are you so like giddy about?" And I was just like, "I just won all this stuff from Detroit. And I'm just so exciting." She's like, "Yeah, that's awesome."
It's so cool. We love doing that stuff, man. But seeing good. And not just jumping in for stuff like that, and like you didn't even know we were doing that. So seeing that support is huge. And also like Jay Cruz was in here. Bearded Cheesehead, you got your 313 box. You love it. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for your support. I see the comment underneath, but Mike doesn't answer my DMs. I'll be honest with you, man. DMs get kind of bananas. It's like a hurricane in there.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know how Dan C keeps up with it. Like it doesn't make sense.
Dancy is like he has this gear that nobody else has that I've ever seen. I do my darndest to do this, but I really appreciate. Oh, can you go back to that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been able to see it.
Noah is amazing. She's so great at what she does. She does so much more than just customer service, but when she does customer service, it is absolutely spot on. And I like when you hire somebody, especially like an intern type thing, you're like expecting I have to hold this person's hand through every single process.
Yeah.
She did all her homework. She watched all the YouTube videos. When I hear her talking in the front to customers and they ask her for her advice, like what should I get for this or that? It's like listening to myself talk. So to know that somebody cares that much to dive that deep is just hugely impressive. So yes, thank you for shouting Noah out. And of course, Liz and Brad and Mr. Mike back in production as well.
I just started following Brad on. I can't remember. I gotta follow the whole crew. That's what I gotta just start doing that right now. So definitely, I think Beanie just said something about I gotta try the 313. You definitely have to. I don't care what anyone says. The 313 is unbelievable. I love that scent, man. That is such a good scent. Like it's so unique. It's so different. Like that's the thing that I like about Detroit Grooming is that it just smells different from everyone else. Like it's not like it's on its own little battleship. Like it's so 100%. It's
and like
so
then
different.
Combine that with like the branding, the packaging, and like the website design, and like all that kind of stuff, and the theme, and
it was like what Mike said about the droppers, right? And Mike, I think as soon as you said this, it kind of made sense to me why you don't have droppers. Like you add them if you want them, like to just have it on like just like the straight. I get it now why you said that because it makes sense to me. But it's like it's almost kind of like you're. I'm gonna be straight Canadian here. It's like bringing out the nice Canadian maple syrup, right? You don't want to do anything that would contaminate or anything or corrupt it. You're just like this is the fine stuff. No. You treat it well, right? Like this is the good stuff. So it's like that's kind of how I like to treat Detroit Grooming, especially with these bottles. No droppers, just straight right from the bottle.
Yeah, I saw that they didn't have them initially, and I was like, I don't trust myself with an oil that doesn't have like a restrictor or a drop or something. So I got the droppers with my order, and It's such a smart idea to have that as an option in case people want to have like a dropper with it. It's really smart.
I think you'll see over time, as we saw, some companies are already doing it. They're rolling back, having the dropper included. It's just, again, that being at the tip of the spear and having already experienced what droppers do eventually in the oil. Oils are acids. They're going to break down that rubber, even if you can't see it. You're putting stuff on your face you were trying to avoid, which is synthetics and petroleums and whatever that comes in that little dropper top. And it's really by nature of shipping. You put that on there, a little bit is all it takes to start a cascading process. So you just want to avoid it if you can avoid it. And the reason why we charge for it, and a lot of people kind of give us some flack because, to pick it up on the side, we give you 3 droppers in a dropper pack instead of just one. And not just that, if I just included it, I'd have to increase the price of the oil itself. Well, not everybody wants a dropper. So why don't I give them the lower cost on the oil, and then they can choose to buy the dropper. I think they're $1 a piece or something. The 3 packs, $3. To answer Russ, yes, it is.
Yeah, I just saw that question too.
As soon as
I want to get that one answered.
As soon as the craziness kind of tapers off, yes, absolutely. I want to open my doors. Like, the store is open. You can come in and shop. I can do some light walking around, with folks, but I can't do it like I used to do it. I loved walking people in who were like huge fans and just walking them through the building and having them look at and look and see. We hand make this stuff and watch them pour butters and maybe even pour some of their own.
What did Walt just say? I just saw something. Wow, Canada something. I just want to go back. Wow, Canada really. Oh, yeah.
They do covet the syrup.
We love our maple syrup, man. We love our maple syrup.
We love your maple syrup. How about that?
Yeah, true.
Well, I hope. Hey, man. I know a source. I can get you some good stuff. It's good. It's really good. None of that corn syrup stuff, though. That's not maple syrup. I don't care what anyone says. That's not maple syrup. That's corn syrup. Get it right. No.
I want to wrap this up. Get you out of here so you can go get yourself sorted and get everything going. But thanks again for coming on, Mike. Scott, thanks for hanging out again. Always a fun time. Thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Scott. Check out Detroit. All the links down below. This has been such a fun stream.
Jordan, how about this, man? I know you had some questions written down. I'll give you. You pick the best of your lot that you have left, and or the one you want to ask the most, and I'll take it.
He's probably got like 100 questions.
Oh, I have so many.
Now it's gonna be like, you know what, Mike, you know what? Just stay for another 5 questions, and that's all I'm gonna ask. Every line.
3 to 5. That's all I got time for.
3 to 5.
I'll just ask you one, and then we'll save the rest for part 2. We'll do this again.
I'm down for part 2.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
And by that time, I'll probably have a hat that I can wear for Detroit, so I can actually look like I support this guy.
Yeah.
I'm joking, man. I love you.
All right.
You never wear the shirt to the actual concert. So if you're going to a Metallica concert, you wear the Megadeth shirt. You wear a Metallica shirt.
Oh man,
everybody knows that.
My next group of questions will be all Detroit Rock City questions. It'll be hilarious. We'll have a good time with that one.
Yeah.
I'll do my homework, Scott, so we can.
I got you.
All right. What led you to like the inspiration behind beard butter? Because like Detroit was the first one to do it. Like where did you think of? How did that idea come to come to fruition?
Fun fact: I had no idea that was true. I had no idea until I heard about this. So go.
Literally,
educate me, friend.
Literally, the word hate is what made me make it better. And I'll tell you why. All that was available at the time were balms. This guy's got a balm. That guy's got a balm. This guy's grandma makes balm. Everybody makes balms. Balms were everywhere. And it's awful to me. Okay, a lot of people like it, but to me,
there you go.
I know. I like to talk about it like.
Hey, Mike. Scale of 1 to 10. How much do you hate bombs? Just go ahead. Just say it. Is it?
Let me describe.
I said bombs, by the way. I said bombs, not bombs.
Let me describe to you how amputation. No, it really came down to like the ingredients in those balms. Never gelled with me. My beard always stayed greasy, and I was like, "Come on! I want like some of this hold. It doesn't have to get this crazy." And the smell of like sheep fat, which is lanolin, and the possibility of having bacteria growing under your beard, on your skin, due to the lanolin, with the water and inviting this crazy atmosphere. So I was like, forget it. We hand make our own oil-based pomade. We're bringing it back out here this year, hopefully.
Cool.
And it was like taking the pomade. So we had pomade and 5 oils. That's what we had. And I was like, yeah, I put the pomade in my beard, but it had such a high level of wax.
Yeah.
My beard feeling like literally waxy, and it would get stiff.
Yeah.
So I was like, what if we manipulate these ingredients and bend them to do our will, just like we did with the oil, and you can get it to kind of do what you want it to do. So that was the whole R&D, was taking the pomade and reverse engineering it, upping the levels of certain ingredients, dropping the levels of other ingredients like the wax. And one of the main components. Oh, hang on for me 1 second. Hang on.
Yeah, all good.
Literally I'm on the edge of my seat as he just says that. It's like just like you're about to find out.
Yeah. Pause.
About to find out who the main villain is, and all of a sudden, boom! Commercial break. TSN. Like, what?
Yep.
And that's how the meaning of life is. No.
We weren't talking bad about you, I swear. No, we were.
Yeah, no.
Everyone in the comment section vouched for me. I was not talking bad.
With the butter, it was like, what would we call it? You know, we had this amazing formula, and literally, again, the same book I wrote down the founding ingredients for the oils. I did the same thing with the butter. It's got X's all over, and it's crossed out. And you know what? That book matters to literally no one but me, because of the original formula. It's the formula we still use today. One day, I want to look back and be like that company that sells like Bush's beans. I want to look back and say, Grandpa, you know, this is how we did it in my day, and say we never changed the formula because it works so well.
Yeah.
But then it was like, what is the main component driving this product? It's the butter. It's the shea butter. This stuff that only exists in one place in the whole world, and that's Africa. And like the shea nut and all the process they go through to get it, and it's been used for literally tens of thousands of years. And I mean that because we have an understanding of the skincare and the stuff that they did in the Fertile Crescent with this shea butter, and they've made it for thousands of years. So I'm like, here's this thing, and it's literally called butter. I'm like, how would people react if we call it beard butter? Like, is that weird? So, and it was weird. It was weird for a long time because people were like, you know, the first thing here is like, can I put this on my toast? And it was like, after you got sick of that joke, there were more jokes. But it's like,
you should just convince people to do. You should just be like, you know what, try, see what happens. I don't know, like it could taste good.
It's totally fine and benign. You can eat it, but I don't know why you go crazy.
Dude, that's so cool.
It's probably not as tasty as you would think in terms of butter. But
that's so cool.
Yeah, and we had back at that time we had tins. We were pouring the butter in. We only had one size, and it was a 2-ounce tin. And I would pour it until it went halfway up, so it was like a hot pour. And then I had this mold, which was an anchor, and it was like almost like a pendant style. It was an oval, and it had the anchor, and it was embossed. So I'd pour little anchors, and I'd take the anchor and put it in there as well. And we were so small that I could do that. I could do that for the 6 orders that I got that week.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was this really cool experience that we were giving people right out of the gate. We were giving them this amazing handmade feel. Everything was hand stamped. All of our labels were hand stamped. We had one label that had, you know, our name on it, and then that's it. No barcode. So on the side, we literally had typeface stamps, and Corktown was literally spelled out. C stamp, O stamp, R stamp, A stamp. So I mean, this is how we were doing stuff. We were hand wrapping every individual bottle, and I still
just little mice just working away. Just
I look back at that time, and I'm like, I would need 15,000 employees to do what we used to do.
In order seriously,
to do what we do right now. So you know, you grow up or whatever, but you always look back fondly on all the actual hard work you put yourself through. You're like, man, I could have just not done that. And but would people have seen us? I have customers right now that have been with us since the very beginning, since the right out of the package. And they've experienced our bottle changes, and they've experienced changes changes in the company and how how our stuff looks and our branding and names for things, and they've been through that whole thing. They're still here. We're still here. That means our stuff still works. And with a nearly 60% return customer rate, I mean, like rolling 60% return customer rate, that's powerful. That's telling you that your stuff is working, man. Your stuff
100%. Yeah,
that's super cool. And honestly, man, I never even knew about beard butter until I started doing reviews and stuff. And then I remember I was talking about, I think it was with Dan, and I was like, oh man, like this like beard butter is so cool. And he's like, yeah, actually Detroit was the first one that came up with it. And I was like, well, that's a fun fact. I never knew that. So like, even Mike, I think I remember I messaged you because when I got my order, I noticed that there was like that. It looked like someone put a thumb in it, right? But you were saying like that's your signature. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's super cool. I never, like, again, this is this fun little facts but it's just like, it's so cool. You guys, like, just out of the blue, one day, you just like came up with an idea, and look at how many companies, like, I didn't even use butter with you. I think it was like Razor Toss or something. It was like Beard Whip or something. But it's so cool, eh? Like, you came up with an idea, and look at how many companies use have like beard butter. Like,
look, man, we just did the.
That's so cool. Like, that's so cool.
Did the beard conditioner with Biotin, and I was like, everybody has a beard conditioner. I'm like, what can Detroit Grooming do differently? How can we remain authentic? I don't often talk about this. I got this 5-point thing that I like to talk about to myself a lot, which is I call it HAIL, and it's HAIL, and it's honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. All of those things. This is how you develop a product. You want to be honest. You want to be authentic. You want to have integrity. Like, you don't want to say, hey, this will grow all your hair. If you don't have a beard, this will grow a beard in for you. That's a lie. All of that is just crazy. And then love. If you don't have that love, and love should go first, but then it would be lahai, which is a weird word.
That's strange. It'd be strange. You would confuse a lot of people.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what?
I have a 5-point system called lahai. Now bear with me. These are like, again, more core principles, more core ideas that don't, they don't go anywhere. But love most of all, because that means you're not wanting to take something that belongs to someone else, and B, you're not wanting to lie to a potential customer because you're trying to make a quick sale, and then you don't care if they come back or not. That's not the business I'm in. I'm in the business of building amazing experiences, and that's what I want. That's what I always want to do. So always, consider this this word hail, and think about it as an actual word. What is that? What is hailing? To hail? It's like, I don't know. It's just powerful. Those words are powerful to me. So that authenticity and the integrity behind it. When I looked at, like, say, beard conditioner, I didn't just want to just add a beard conditioner to the market. How can I expand upon the idea of a beard conditioner? So we added biotin. Within 6 months, we have other companies much larger than us, much larger than us, have biotin in their beard conditioner, and we have companies much smaller than us who have biotin in their beard conditioner. Now we have entire large, like, hair care companies who have included biotin in their products as well. And it wasn't like, oh, I looked up something online and I got this idea. No, it was like, what strengthens the hair? What can help, like, give you some fullness, but vitamin B7 on the inside and vitamin B7 on the outside. So the science is still coming in for B7 topically, but it's all like checking all the boxes. It does strengthen the hair follicle or the hair strand itself, and it does swell the hair strand because it locks in moisture. So it locks in moisture, protects the hair itself. How do you even? Why would you not want that ingredient in your conditioner? So, and stay tuned for more of innovations like that. This is our focus. We want to focus on. Did he leave? That's it.
No. Did he just leave? I guess it's just you and me, Mike. Okay.
This stupid camera. It looks better than the built-in camera on my computer, but it does that every so often. But I'm working on a solution.
It's okay, Mike. Don't they say the older will survive longer than the younger? So we're fine, right? Like,
we're fine.
I'm just following you, man. I'm just following your lead. So
the whole pandemic thing was a test to see how us older men would.
That's right. We are the true Lord of the Rings. We are true Lord of the Rings. Like I'm Gimli. I will take that title. I'm the only ginger here, so unless there's others, I don't know. But
There you go.
Bearded Cheesehead, great question. Why are you limited on collabs? I feel like Jay Cruz needs his first collab done with you.
That'd be cool.
We are limited on collabs, you guys, because I am, I'm protective of the brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
good.
can't control other people. You can't
Mhm.
control what they say. You can't control what they do. They have to have
Mhm.
integrity, and I have to watch them have integrity when nobody's
Mhm.
looking. Like I have to watch them have integrity to me as a human being, to other human beings around them. I will tell you, there were so many people jumping on collabs and doing collabs with folks they didn't really wholly understand or know fully about. And then it comes back and bites you. It scraps your brand too, your image. Like, I can't believe these guys work with this guy or whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
For me,
Yeah.
I'm looking at, future collabs very closely. And Liz was a huge mover of this collab thing that we did with Dan C. Like, okay, we see Dan C has he's the same. He's the same if you look at him under a microscope or a telescope. He's the same guy.
Yep.
And he has integrity and he has honesty and he kind of flows with the core values we have.
Mm-hmm.
And if I find somebody like that, I want them to be a part of what we do. I want them to join in. I would want that. And again, Liz opening the door for folks for me to even feel any kind of good about allowing, someone else's image or tying our brand name to someone else who is, again, a fallible human being. It's so easy to trip and fall, say the wrong word, and you're toast.
Yeah.
So right now, we have something real. I can't do it. I can't say what it is.
It's all good. Yep.
It's
Stay
gonna
tuned.
be freaking awesome. That's all I can tell
That's
you.
cool.
It's gonna be freaking awesome.
Cool.
That's super cool.
That's as much as I can say without being sniped. I'm sure she's across the street.
Oh no, she's outside your door, man. She's just waiting. She's just
she's got the dart
right
gun.
there.
She's ready to just it just goes in
those
my
are
neck.
those are her hands. Those are she's just doing this.
Yeah, she's got her hands pressed up to the window, just watching you.
I see you. I'm in a glass case of emotion. That's what I feel like I'm on these Zoom calls.
You're making Woodward butter in a 2 and 4 ounce. Love that scent. So Woodward will be back in November, and
cool.
It'll be in a 4 ounce. We want to give our limited editions a bigger container, and really that's what we thought in the beginning. And now this is changing. See, I just said something I would normally say all the time, which is, we want to give you more of it because it's limited edition. But here's the thing. People tend to hang on to things longer than they should. So if I give you a 4 ounce in a particular limited edition scent, you're like, God, I'm not going to get this for a year. You're less likely to use it. So I'm looking at, switching that up and actually going to 2 ounce instead. So keep smart about
those 2 ounces, man. Honestly, it is so strange how 4 ounce and 2 ounce butters. I thought I was gonna love 4 ounce butters way more, and I'm like, no, man, the 2 ounces are nice because
you can actually
you want to savor it. Yeah, you want to savor it, right? Yeah. But you also know that you'll run out of it sooner. Whereas the 4 ounces, it's you sit there and you go, man, I gotta crush this, and it's
I got 6 months on this thing.
Yeah, you're I should just
I have 7.
Jordan, you have so much Magic City that you're good. You're good for the rest of your life. He's not gonna, he's gonna actually start putting it on his toast. That's what he's gonna start doing. He's gonna be the next what is that, Frank's Red Hot. He's gonna be the grandma. He's gonna be I put that on everything. That's what he's gonna be. Yeah, that's what he's gonna be.
Oh, that'd be a funny video.
Just sliding it behind his front teeth.
He's just
whatever.
He's just got a spoon. He's just eating it. Just Vizcaya, nice. Tastes so
bearded cheesehead. Thank you, man. Thank you for depositing your stimulus into my account.
What a legend.
That. There you go.
What can I say? All thanks to you. Of course.
What can I say?
What can I say? Oh, by the way, so I see Liz answered Beanie. Yes, 313 is the same scent as the original conditioner. Mm-hmm. So we've I left it at work. We've dressed up the conditioner bottle quite a bit. Ooh, so coming soon next week, we have a brand new label for that thing. It's amazing. Again, I love this stuff so much. I can just talk about it all the time. But
100%.
You guys really like it. It looks really cool. Brad did a great job. Brad, graphic designer. Cool. And he's been heading up some of our projects. He's doing a great job.
Brad's a beauty. Even on the lives, it's so funny. You're kind of like a dad to him, right? He's just like, hey, we're on live right now. He just doesn't care. He's like, oh, hey, what's up? Like,
it's the best. He's just got that personality where, dude, he's like almost amused. It's great. You can throw ideas.
I love it.
He'll listen. He'll throw ideas back.
What was so funny is when on that live that I won all that stuff. I remember I said bod. Like I was trying to say bud. So Mike, if you didn't know this, bod and bod and is it's spelled BAHD, and so that's actually an East Coast reference to bud, like buddy. But you just call them bods. Yeah, it's hilarious. Anyways, when I said that, I was like, "What's going on, bod?" And you're like, but I think he meant to say Brad. I'm just like, nope, that's not what I said.
He meant to say Brad. Boy, he screwed that up.
No, I did not. This guy doesn't know how to spell. Like, look at
Liz knows.
Liz took it out of my bag. Yeah, I wouldn't even doubt this. I wouldn't even doubt it, dude. You guys, I'm constantly being hunted. This is not right.
Oh, she's on you, man.
Stay blessed.
But yeah, I want to let you go. Get back to your family. Thanks again for coming on. This has been so much fun. We'll do a part 2. I have so many more questions to ask, but this has been really, really enjoyable experience. Check out Detroit down below. Check out Scott. Jeez. Check out my Instagram if you haven't already. Yeah, this has been so much fun. Thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you, and I'll get my thank you out of the way. I thank you guys very much. Much love to you guys having me come on here, and you guys are from the great Canadian beyond. I really appreciate
the Great North.
Yeah, the Great North, and the land of Tim Hortons and possibly Madonna.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere
for you guys.
On every corner.
And then Liz, thank you so much for hopping in here and showing your support. I really appreciate that, Liz. And Vato. And Jay Cruz and Scott Crawford and Beanie and Bearded Cheesehead.
How are you seeing all these names? Are they all on here? I can't see anything. I'm blind. I'm a duck in sight. I can't see anything right now. I can only see us. That's it.
Hey, Faithfully Bearded.
He just knows. He just knows.
As well. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Many blessings.
Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's roll out with that video again.
All right.